Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Online. This is Captain Ron Phillips here, and in today's episode, we are continuing our journey to the past here, honoring Strange New Worlds, our new show coming out here. In this episode, we're going to Drozana Station here, spin the wheel, and it's going to be very annoying too if you don't like Ferengi.
I'm currently on leave from...
So here we go.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Sure. Okay, not sure where we should start, but intelligence shows that Balan is the Ferengi to talk to if you're looking for information. He's a bartender, so we should look for him in the lounge area. Okay, we need to find Balan. Okay, so if everybody remembers, the last episode, it was called Skirmish, our Section 31 friend, Mr. Franklin Drake, or as I like to call him, Scarface, sent us off to engage a True Way fleet that appeared in Federation space. And on that Cardassian cruiser there for the True Way, we encountered this strange glowing blue thing that happened with a race called the Davidians, who are not in phase with our current space-time.
Get your Comet cocktails! 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes.
How thoughtful. So we're here to spin the wheel, shall we say, at Drozana Station here. We're looking for one of his contacts who basically called an SOS here. But first we need to find Balan here, who is this fella.
Welcome to Drozana Station, the home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of Rex. Care to hear about today's specials? Have you tried the Comet cocktail? It's out of this world.
Yeah, well, what specials you got?
You've arrived at the right time. It's almost the day of the comet. Griffin's Comet is going to pass close enough to the station to frost the viewports. And this is the only place in the sector where you can celebrate in style. We've got Comet cocktails in keepsake glasses, Comet trail mix, Comet ice cream cores in 47 flavors. So relax, enjoy the games, have a drink, and pick up some souvenirs for your crew. You'll probably want to send a few trinkets back home to let the folks know that you were at Drozana Station when the comet arrived.
That's interesting.
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
Tell me more about this comet.
A crew from a Vulcan science vessel visited here a week ago, and they told me that Griffin's Comet has a wide elliptical orbit. The last time it was in this area was in 2262, and it won't be back again until 2556. And by then, I'm sure that this crazy war will be over, and Drozana Station will be the premier space entertainment venue in the entire galaxy. It looks like your standard ball of ice and rock to me, but the science geeks are all excited about it. They say it's giving off triolic energy and that it has a high variance of chronoton particles. Whatever that means.
Uh-huh. Which is good for the Davidians, not good for us.
Me, I see opportunity. Starting now, Days of the Comet. Join in on all the fun for just a few credits. There's no better place for a good deal and a good time than Drozana Station. Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
How about this station?
We've got everything a brave Starfleet officer like yourself could want. There's access to shopping, subspace message stations, a few quality vendors, drinks, dancing, and Dabo. That Lita hologram is really something. Makes me want to get a handful of her pixels, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
My partners and I took this place over a few months ago. It was an abandoned piece of space junk then, but with some hard work and careful financial planning, We will make it a pleasure destination to rival Ryza or Casperia Prime.
Huh.
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Trozana Station.
Abandoned. Who built this station?
Humans, I think. But history has never been my thing. The present is where the Latinum is. I know the station was built in the mid-23rd century and served as a trading post and supply station for colony ships and military vessels. Then the House of Duras owned it for a while, but they gave it up in the 2370s. It was empty until my partners and I arrived. Do you know we had to spend 3 weeks scrubbing bloodwine stains off the decks? Between that, the globfly infestation, and voles in the computer circuitry, it's a wonder that we ever opened our doors for business.
Wow.
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Trozana Station.
Well, I'm looking for someone.
Aren't we all? Me? I want a leggy Vulcan with a liberal attitude toward interspecies relations. So, are you looking for someone in particular, or just some company?
Her name is Zamara. Do you know her?
Oh yeah, I know Samara. Maybe she's been here recently, and maybe she hasn't. My memory is kind of hazy.
Well, I'm not going to snap your spine. Maybe we can come sort of arrangement here. I know arrangements or deals or something that you Ferengi are into.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. In fact, I feel my memory clearing up already. I tell you what, I know you Starfleet types aren't big on Latinum, but what you do have are skills and a willingness to get your hands dirty. That's what I need right now. Our replicators are on the fritz. Maybe it's a whole power system because the lights are going wonky too. But a little blue mood lighting isn't as big a problem for me as unfilled drink orders.
Okay.
Go to the cargo bay and get my replicators working. By the time you're done, I'm sure I will have remembered where I last saw Zamara.
Okay. To the cargo bay then. Alright, station replicators. Input request. Run diagnostic. Action unavailable. Replicators are offline due to diminished function of EPS distribution network. Okay. Run diagnostic on electroplasma distribution. 30% drop in power reported on deck 1. The replicators are offline until power fluctuations are repaired. Okay. What is the cause of loss of power on deck 1? Unknown. What must be done to restore power to deck 1? Power must be rerouted through systems to relieve strain on the EPS conduits. The following systems are available for this process: holosuites, gravity control, replicators, environmental controls, defense grid. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Okie dokie. Contacting the ship now. I need an engineer team. Captain, the biggest problem you're going to have repairing anything on that station is the age of the system and the general lack of maintenance. Trozana was built in the mid-23rd century, and many of the systems on the station haven't had a major update in more than a century. So you're dealing with an EPS system that just can't handle the strain of running modern equipment like replicators. Yikes. I did some digging in our database, and I found a log made by a Starfleet Corps of Engineers officer who visited the station in the early 24th century and made repairs to the EPS system. The log says that you need to regulate the power flow by routing it through various subsystems. It's almost like you're using those systems as ancient circuit breakers. Huh. So what do you suggest? The first thing you should do is try scanning some of the damaged systems and power couplings in the cargo bay. You should learn more about how they properly realign the arrays. Alright. So, Scan replicator power relays. The Ferengi operating Drozana Station have made replicator function their top priority. The replicators are now tied into every available system, including life support. Start with a connection up to the replicators so the power connection will fail. Alright. Let's see, what is that? Scan power connection network. When you find a snarl of wires and cables that look like they've been chewed on by voles, you realize that not every system may need to be used to make a successful reroute. Some systems may need more than one connection. That's lovely. Holosuites. The holosuites have a separate environmental control system so that they can be finely tuned for temperature conditions appropriate to the various scenarios that they are running at any given time. Environmental controls cannot connect to holosuites. That's good to know. Here's environmental controls. Balad found a way to keep the station's ancient bar coolers working by connecting the cooling systems to the replicators. Unless that connection is maintained, all the refrigeration units will go offline. Replicators must have a connection to environmental controls. Alright. Scan burned out power couplings. The EPS relays on the station are a maze of shunts and relays with patches going between unrelated systems and even to power cells that are being used to boost flow in critical areas. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Alright. Damaged power coupling. That's not good. There is a shunt that is slowly diverting energy from the station's power core to hollow emitters installed in some of the lower levels of the station. You'll need to compensate for that energy drain to restore replicator function. The connection must end with the system to which you are attempting to restore power. Alright. Here's the defense grid. Klingons who ran the station in the early 24th century made significant improvements to the station's shields and added turret weapons. While it made the station more defensible, it also increased the amount of energy needed to keep the station's defense grid operational. The 4th connection must be to the defense grid. Ugh, okay. So now I'm missing one. Gravity control, that's what I'm missing. It looks like someone used an outdated power coupling to connect gravity control to the main power feed. It must have been an emergency fix, but it's been here so long that the coupling is fused and cannot be removed. Gravity control can connect to environmental control and the defense grid, but not replicators. Okay. So, we're going to start with replicators. Replicators have to connect to environmental controls. Gravity control. Defense grid has to be the 4th one. And we'll do the holosuites. EPS conduit failure, power status reset. How come? Okay. I wonder why that happened. Okay. 6 connections are required. Yeah. Engineering report. So, this is what we know so far. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. 4th one must be defense. Start with connection to replicators, or the power connection will fail. Connection must end with the system to which you're attempting to restore power, so the replicators have to be first and last. Gravity control can connect to environmental and the defense grid, but not replicators. Replicators must have a connection to environmental controls. Environmental controls cannot connect to holosuites. Not every system may need to be used to make a successful reroute. Some may need to be used more than once. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so replicators. Environmental controls. Gravity. Defense grid. What if we skip the holosuites? Environmental controls. Ooh. Replicator. Got you. Didn't need to hook up the holosuites. Excellent. Goody, 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 goody. That didn't take long at all. Alright.
Get your Comet cocktails! 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes. Welcome to Drozana Station, the home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of Rex. Care to hear about today's specials?
No.
Have you tried the Comet cocktail? It's out of this world.
Well, your replicators are working now.
They are, and I am exceedingly pleased by your generous offer to repair them for no compensation. I can't let you go away empty-handed, though. How about I give you a 15% discount on drinks and souvenirs for an amount of time to be determined by management?
We had a deal, Bellon. Replicators for information about tomorrow.
Fine. A deal's a deal, right? Never let it be said that I'll cheat a valued customer like yourself. Personally, I don't know why you're so interested in her. She's a looker, but just try talking to her. She's more paranoid than an Obsidian Order agent in a room full of Tal Shiar. Zamara usually hangs out near the Dabo tables. Keep an eye out for a looker wearing purple. You can't miss her.
Thank you.
Good.
You a big guy. Wonder where she is. There she is.
Be careful. They're watching.
What do you mean they're watching?
I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
They who?
Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm being watched. I've seen too many familiar faces in the crowd, and there are shadows, watchers in the dark. I see them out of the corner of my eye when they think I'm not looking, but I'm always looking. When the lights change, there they are. Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
I was sent to help you.
You weren't sent to help me. You were sent to watch me. Drake needs me to keep feeding information to Starfleet intelligence. The Klingons come here and they drink and they talk. It's amazing the bits of information you can pick up around a Dabo table. Everything, even the smallest detail, is important. Captain Gerard was in here last week. He ordered blood wine, an entire bottle of the 2309 vintage, to be exact. That business with the House of Torg must have upset him more than we knew. When Gerard's happy, he drinks Warnog. Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
Tell me more about what happened with the House of Torg.
Torg was on the High Council until he made a play to destroy the House of Martok. He was partially successful. Maven, son of Drex, is dead. The house has no heir unless Drex takes a new mate and fathers a new son. But Martok's widow is wise. Her son, Drex, was off fighting in the war, so Lady Sorella called in KDF officers to defend her house. They exposed Torg's treachery, and Jempok was forced to discommendate him. As to why that would make Gerard unhappy? Torg raised Gerard after his mother died. Now he is an outcast, and his house has fallen. Gerard cannot speak to him without losing his own honor.
Jeez.
Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
What can I do to help you?
Find out who's watching me. I'm not safe here. The Klingons are looking for me. They know someone has been feeding intelligence to Starfleet. The ghosts are always watching. Their eyes are hungry. Yesterday, they surrounded a drunken Klingon. Now he's dead. They will find me when the blue light shines, and then I'll disappear.
I know what the ghosts are.
How could you know that? You may think you know. You may even have readings in your tricorder that you think are right. But you don't know. How could you know? I'm here every day. They watch me, and I watch them.
I can take you someplace safe.
No, they're everywhere. They're watching. You've been here too long. Someone will notice that we're together. Go do something else. Play Dabo. I'll contact you when I'm ready. When it's safe.
Okay.
Watch yourself.
I gotta play Dabo now.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
Bad luck. If you're sure.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
Sorry, my mistake.
Spin the wheel and win.
All right, Lita. Well, let's give it a shot. Play Dabo. There we go. Let's see what happens.
Davo!
Oh, wow.
Davo!
I didn't get Dabo, but okay.
Close enough. I couldn't wait for you to get that lucky. We would have been here all night. Round and round it goes.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Lita.
Psst. Zamara wants me to give you a message. She wants you to know, if you're interested in finding out what's really going on here at Drazana Station, you need to check out the lower levels. I have an access code for you that will get you past the security doors. If you want to talk with her again, I suggest you collect your winnings and catch her before she leaves.
Thank you.
I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
Are you ready to talk now?
You don't need to worry about me. I'm going to leave this place to the ghosts. They seem to belong here more than we do. I've booked passage on a ship. You don't need to know which one. Just tell Drake he'll keep getting his intel, one way or another. Good luck. You're going to need it. Watch it.
Captain, there were Davidians in the Donadu system. Now you found evidence of them again on Drozana Station. Obviously they're using the neutral zone as some sort of feeding ground, and that puts dozens of worlds at risk. I've requested sensor data from ships closest to the comet's current location for analysis, but that is only half of our problem. If properties of the comet are somehow easing the Davidians' entry into this area of space, how do we stop them? Recommendations? The closest research facility is on Deep Space K7. I recommend that we consult the team there. Well, sounds good to me. And if everybody remembers Deep Space K7, that would be the Trouble with Tribbles station from the original series, and Trials and Tribulations from the Deep Space Nine. So this is nice. This is a little little history. I wonder if we'll see Deep Space K7 in A Strange New Worlds. That would be nice to see. We, of course, do believe that's Sherman's, they call it Sherman's planet, if I remember right. Get up here a little closer. Alright, yep, we're gonna dock. Alright. Deep Space K7. Consult Lieutenant Calapo. I do not know where there's a Lieutenant Calapo. Oh, there he is. To my left. All right. This is nice. Dr. Yoakum. But here's my Lieutenant Commander Ventrax. Not really who I need to talk to, but what he has to say. Oh, restore the neutral zone. Nope, you're good. Alright, up to the lab. Here's Lieutenant Calapo.
How can I help you?
Tell me about yourself.
I grew up on trading ships, making supply runs in the Bolian sector. It was exciting, but it was crazy too. I never knew where I was going to be, or if my parents were going to have enough latinum to keep the ship flying. Then there was that time with the Orion pirates, and let's just say it wasn't the best environment for a child. All I've ever wanted was stability. I used to envy the kids on the colony worlds we served. For a while, I even thought about becoming a farmer. I wanted to wake up at the same time every day, go to the same job every day, even eat the same food most days. I like working on a starbase. It has a little bit of unpredictability, but every night my quarters are there waiting for me, and they're always in the same place.
Well, that's nice.
Good luck, and stay safe.
Do you know who Franklin Drake is?
I have had dealings with him in the past. I think he's some sort of military strategist. He visits here from time to time, although Commander Wildman is never too thrilled to see him. He's always treated me well, though, so I don't have any reason to dislike him. Good luck, and stay safe.
And what has he asked you to do?
Mostly, he wants updates on our research projects. Last week, he was asking me all sorts of questions about the synchronic distortion prototype rifle. We work with prototypes of new equipment here. I'll bang on something for months to find out all of its advantages and problems before it's sent into the field to be used by Starfleet. Even then, it takes years or more of testing and iteration before something becomes standard fleet issue. And most equipment never makes it that far.
R&D division. Okay.
There are hundreds of inventions that just don't work, or they don't work the way we want them to. Those failures are then broken down and their components are recycled. We have to keep everything secure. If the Romulans or the Klingons got their hands on what we are working on here, they could learn a lot about our technology.
Huh.
Good luck, and stay safe.
Well, tell me more about the synchronic distortion prototype.
That was a complete disaster. The basic design came out of Memory Alpha, and it was intended to detect and damage cloaked opponents. Someone there got an idea that the Romulans were developing personal cloaking devices, even though the power needs of something like that would be incredible. I recommended against sending it to field testing, but it went anyway. The crew on the USS DeWitt had some luck in modifying one for use as a hand weapon. But their prototype was destroyed when the ship was lost in the neutral zone. I hadn't thought about it again until Drake asked about it. Good luck, and stay safe.
There are Davidians in the neutral zone.
So that explains why Drake was interested in the prototype. It was a complete failure at detecting polarization cloaks. But if I added a phase modulator and reversed the polarity, these modifications should be no problem. And when I'm done, this beam will pack quite a punch against phase-shifted Davidians. I'll forward the weapon on to Drake as soon as I'm done. Be careful. The Davidians won't stop. I'm afraid we'll have to be ready to fight.
Captain, we've done what we can for Samara. We have the information we need about the Davidians, and Lieutenant Calapo is working on a weapon we can use to fight them. I suggest that we report back to Drake and see what he has to say. He's never very forthcoming with his information, but the more we know about him and his operations, the more we'll learn about Section 31. Alright, and now we can of course get a Comet cocktail at Drozana Station. Yeah, we're ready to leave the system now. And let's get our Comet cocktails while we're at it.
Good work. Zamara may think she has slipped my noose, but I always have ways of keeping tabs on her. I take special care to know all about people in whom I have an interest. But you already know that, don't you? The ghosts that Zamara mentioned concern me, however. You already encountered Davidians once. It's likely they're on Drozana Station as well. And I won't let them use Federation citizens as food. Lieutenant Calapo has completed work on the Synchronic Distortion prototype rifle. It should help you when you're ready to enter the lower levels of Drozana. Drake out.
Alright, and we're going to go ahead and buy that.
Until next time.
And then... Phew! Alright, everybody. That was Spin the Wheel. And we came across Starbase Deep Space K7, which, of course, again, was also in the original series episode, The Trouble with Tribbles, and in the Deep Space Nine episode, Trials and Tribulations. I'd love to see if they bring that puppy in on Strange New Worlds, or even Vanguard Station, which is kind of like the same thing. I know a lot of people love the books that have the Deep Space Station, the Vanguard Station. I know a particular captain on YouTube who would probably go nuts if he saw Vanguard Station on episode of Strange New Worlds. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this quick little episode here. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, I'm sorry, but you can go ahead and hit the dislike button anyway if you want to. It won't bother me none. But I would like you to subscribe to the Captain Ron Phillips channel, because there is more coming. We're going to be going back in time here soon. We're going to see a little bit more of our 23rd century. You got a little piece of it here at the end at Deep Space K7. Now, the next mission. I will warn everybody, this will have a little bit of a scare factor to it. It is called What Lies Beneath, and we are basically going to be in the dark in the lower levels of Drozana Station, and I swear they wanted to make this like a Halloween-themed episode. So, if you want to watch that, just a little warning, be prepared, because it is creepy. Very, very creepy. So, until then, this is Captain Ron Phillips, everybody. Enjoy the video. I'll catch you next time.
PlayStation